Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Progressive Air Workshop. Joining me today, Mike Freeman. How you doing, Mike?
Good, Johnny. How are you, sir?
Great. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Today, we're going to talk about air conditioning and heating units and their maintenance and developing a maintenance plan for that. So, give us an idea when we're talking about these tune-ups or a maintenance plan, right? Like, how often do I need to be doing this?
Well, the manufacturer, every manufacturer out there recommends at least once a year. That's to keep the warranty up on the equipment. So once a year is what we offer, or twice a year on some people that like to have it a little more often. But once a year is what's recommended.
Yeah, because you know when you go take your car to get serviced, I mean they say about every 3,000 to 5,000 miles.
Exactly.
When we're comparing that to an HVAC unit, what's that kind of timeline that we want to look for to get it maintained and looked at?
Well, you know, a lot of homeowners don't realize that you know, after 1 year of not having your air conditioning serviced, it's pretty much equivalent to about maybe close to 10 to 15,000 miles compared to a vehicle.
Right.
So you know, to keep that warranty up and valid, you need to have it serviced and checked.
Okay. Now, when someone comes out, right, I'm on a maintenance plan, someone comes out and looks at my unit, I mean, are they able to identify some smaller issues that may become larger issues?
Absolutely, yeah. What we do is when we come out to do a regular maintenance for a homeowner, we go and we check the what we call the vitals. That's the refrigerant charge of the system when it's in heating or in cooling. We also check the amps. We check the capacitors to make sure they're within factory range of that rating on that capacitor. We check the amp draws. We check the safety float switches. Those are most critical, especially in a cooling cycle.
Sure.
So where a lot of damage could occur if those switches failed. And we catch a lot of potential air leaks that could be coming off the plenum. Maybe the homeowner didn't realize that they weren't supposed to be changing their filter every 6 months. We catch it, we go, hey, you got to go it every once to 3 months, and we catch a lot of potential problems that could occur if they didn't have that regular maintenance.
Well, you mentioned safety. What are some of the safety issues that might come with not properly maintaining your HVAC unit?
Well, you know, especially in the, some homeowners have a gas system for furnaces. You know, they have a little bit more of the safety controls for the heating. You want to check, we want to check the heat compartment, make sure that everything's working optimal, all the safeties are working. We also want to test the heats, especially on the electric heaters. Sometimes you'll get that burning smell when you test your heat for the first time.
Sure.
We want to make sure that's using the right amp draw, everything's running, you know, because you know those things could be potential problems down the road. And we get a lot of calls during the winter. My house is burning and it smells like, you know, fires, but it's
Sure.
just that initial heat.
Well, and you've mentioned quite a number of things, right? And I'll admit, I'm one of those people that waits until there's a problem
Absolutely.
to call you guys to come out. But what does happen during a typical maintenance visit if I'm on a plan?
Typically what we do is we come out and make sure the equipment is working when we arrive there. And basically what we do is we clean the coils, the outside condenser coils, we
Okay.
clean the inside coils if needed. We check the air filtration. If the homeowner does have special filters that they purchase, we can install those for them. If they have a washable type of filter, we'll go ahead and wash that for them, dry it out, and reinstall it for them. We check the amp draws. We oil the motors if needed. And we go through all the safety controls, a low pressure switch, high pressure switch, time delay. We actually test and calibrate the thermostat if it's needed or if it's able to have some type of calibration on thermostat. Make a lot of recommendations on how they can save a lot of money, a lot of cost.
Excellent. Well, yeah, one thing is for sure is that Progressive Air customers love you, Mike. You know,
yeah, I hear that a lot.
So, but what about the other technicians or even your training? Like, tell us a little bit about the training that's involved to be a Progressive Air technician.
Well, everybody that is employed here at Progressive Air, we've got substantial amount of years in training. We're our factory authorized technicians through Carrier. We also are NATE certified, which is elite above your standard technician through the EPA.
Right.
We go through extensive classes. Continuing education is at least twice, 3 times a year, usually in the slower months when it's not so busy during the summer. But
Sure.
We've got guys that have got 15, 20, 30 years in this business, have pretty much seen everything. But our experience level is up there.
Yeah. Well, and I'm a big believer in investment before consequences, right?
Exactly.
And so this is going to boil down to, do you wait until you have a major issue that's going to cost you a lot of money, or do you invest the money up front to prevent those major issues, right?
You would want to, want to prevent it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the bottom line. People don't realize that if you had a small issue, well, it's a gradual thing. It can get worse during the months, and people don't notice that until the electric bill starts to climb up higher, higher, and higher.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, you've got a $100 bill that's reached over $200 bills. Well, you could have prevented that if you had a service come out. We could have caught some things. Low on refrigerant, if something was not working correctly on a bad expansion valve, for instance, that makes that unit run longer. It doesn't cool the house.
Right.
And the longer the unit runs, the more money you're going to be paying for
Absolutely.
that.
So what are we talking about in terms of the cost of a maintenance plan through Progressive Air?
It's very, very minimum. One of our plans for one system, once a year contract, and it's $99. And you get everything that 21-point inspection. If you break it down, it's like 27 cents a day.
Wow.
So
You don't get much for 27 cents
you
these
could
days.
have about 15, 20 years ago for a cup of coffee, but today that's a little bit more. But yeah, 27 cents is what you would be paying.
Excellent. Well, and when we talk about not only the cost of maintenance, but also, with the newer homes, right? They have warranties. Are these type of maintenance visits required by the HVAC manufacturers?
Anytime that you have a new air conditioner, and it's no different, and I'm going to compare this to a brand new car. If someone goes out and buys a brand new car, well, it is recommended through all the dealers that you bring that vehicle in at least once a year to have a regular oil change maintenance, and they go through everything. And it's no
Regardless
different.
of use.
Regardless. It's either mileage or year. So it's no different in the air conditioning industry. Once a year, from day one that you close on that house, you want to try to get into some type of program to where you can have an annual visit from Progressive Air, so we can get you on a regular maintenance. And but yes, it is strongly recommended at least once a year to keep that warranty valid. Now, if you miss 2 or 3 years, and it's not uncommon for from a manufacturer's standpoint to avoid a warranty that could have been prevented if they had kept up on regular maintenance.
Even if you have a brand new home.
Even if you got a brand new home.
Yeah.
So it's very critical. That way that our trained technician can go out there and explain to them on the proper procedures on how to change a filter, what you should be looking for. But believe it or not, some homeowners aren't used to, on a new air conditioner, they probably never really paid much attention to it, never really had maintenance done on it. It could have been a landlord-tenant type condo, whatever.
Well, and sometimes it's their first home.
Exactly.
They're not accustomed to worrying about those things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's good to have us out there. We can go through what they should be looking for, what they should be expecting, and and get them on a regular maintenance.
So we've talked about the cost benefits.
Sure.
What are some of the other benefits of being on a maintenance plan for your HVAC unit?
Well, on our Penguin Club maintenance, we basically you get priority service. So that means that if you have a heating or cooling problem, we're going to get out to you, put you on the top of the list. You've got priority. We're going to get you within 24 hours. There's not going to be any overtime fee, after hours fee.
That's great.
Or any holiday fee. It's all one flat rate.
Okay.
So, and then you also, for every year that you sign up on us, you get what's called Penguin Bucks.
Okay.
And these Penguin Bucks accumulate, and there's $30 right here. So let's just say you signed up 1 year and you didn't use that $30 toward any repairs. You signed up on a second year, third year. You keep adding those. They won't expire.
That's great.
And if you've got a neighbor or a family member that has an AC problem, you can actually share those bucks with them.
Okay.
We can use that toward your family member, and we'll reimburse you for your bucks.
Well, and like you said, this isn't a promotional thing. This is something that's going to accumulate for you over time.
Exactly.
That's going to save you
no
money
expiration
long-term.
date.
Yeah.
You can pass it on to your loved ones or your neighbors.
Yeah.
Use it off on any repairs.
And so for more on the Penguin Club, they can go to progressiveairsystems.com.
Absolutely. Yep. We have multiple plans for different applications for homeowners, which they have.
Well, Mike, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you, Johnny.
Appreciate it.